What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here. And welcome to Ace's Angels, y'all. Welcome back on in, everybody, man. Y'all know I had to do this video, bro. Couldn't really work on it until the weekend got here, you know what I'm saying? So, been wanting to do this video ever since I first heard Kelsey Mitchell's mother agree to a tweet about Caitlin Clark, and then her sister, you know, bigging up in her sister, man. And I want to first say about the family portion of it, okay? I'm not even, bro, okay, when it comes to our family, I'm not even, like, when it comes to athletes' families and stuff, and they do that kind of stuff, and they big up their loved ones or whatever, I ain't hating on that because, you know, while we might not hate on one of our, you know, loved ones' teammates publicly on social media, we are going to cheerlead for them, right? We are going to support them and cheerlead for them, right? So I have no issues with them. Nalissa Smith's brother, I know she said a few things about, you know, some athletes that Nalissa Smith played with over time, and some other girls too that had, you know, supportive families. I know Angel Reese's mother was on there last year, and so I ain't got no issues with the family portion of it. What I got an issue with is the actual teammate. All right. Now, I'm going hard on Kelsey Mitchell mainly because I've been knowing she was out for Caitlin Clark since last season, right? One of my biggest motivations to making those videos last season, you know, about replacing her with girls that I knew could fit better with Caitlin, was because I always felt like Kelsey Mitchell hated on Caitlin Clark. I always felt like she was fake with her. Talking about, I'll always be in your backcourt, kid. You know, that type of fake shit. Man, that, bro. I remember that yin yang nigga. He was in my comment section trying to tell me, hey, man, did you see the Kelsey Mitchell part? Like when Caitlin won the Rookie of the Year, then all her teammates did a little short, quick video congratulating her, right? And then Kelsey Mitchell came on there and said that. And so this dude with the yin yang profile pic, he gonna come on to my video. He goes, hey, man, did you hear Kelsey Mitchell, man? She got love for her, man. And then, so one thing about it was, I started noticing a pattern with him. Then I noticed he was a bit of a Kelsey Mitchell fan. And he called me out one day. He got pissed when I made a video think about Kelsey Mitchell in the offseason. I said, no wonder. You a op. You a op, bro. You a Kelsey Mitchell fan, bro. Get your ass on up out of here. And then he called me under a different video. I forgot who video it was. It's one of the bigger Indiana Fever grifter channels. And he called me on there. He ran into me because I blocked him over here. So he called me over there, calling me out. And I was like, this dude's so butthurt over the fact that I've been coming at the Kelsey Mitchell. And y'all got to understand something, man, about me. I've been an Indiana Fever fan going back to the Tamika Catchings days. So it just happened to be an ironic thing that in the past few years they drafted a few of my favorite players like Lexi Hall, Grace Berger, and then Caitlin Clark. So, but I had to put up with Kelsey Mitchell, just like all the other real Fever fans from before 2024. We had to put up with that bitch for about 6 years. And I watched her in college at Ohio State. I never did like her game, right? And I knew her style of game, which is like an Enrique type game. It's a selfish style of play. She don't do anything outside of scoring. And I said the way she plays, she just doesn't play winning ball. And so when she comes in last year, she was injured first, remember that? She comes in, then she starts playing with Caitlin, and she's not passing Caitlin the ball. I said, ain't this some hater mode shit right here? So Kelsey Mitchell was on that, and I kind of get it. Like I said, jealousy is a normal human reaction. And I knew it was about, this is my team, bitch, and this is not yours. That's basically what Kelsey Mitchell was saying in so many words to Caitlin. Like, this is my team, not yours. So she wasn't passing her the ball and stuff like that, and she over dribbles. But Kelsey Mitchell don't really pass a lot of people the ball, so especially white teammates, especially white teammates. But Kelsey Mitchell, man, I always felt like she was a Caitlin Clark hater. She been very fake with her. She just tiptoes the line, try to make it seem like because she got the rest of the fan base that don't really hate on her. Because there was a lot of people last year. It was hard for me last year to really go against Caitlin. I mean, not Caitlin, Kelsey, because there was so many people in the fan base that loved her because she had a similar style of play to Cece where she could hit threes, outside shots like that. And so people was calling her a splash sister. I was like, man, it's kind of hard for me to go against her. But I've been trying to get rid of this chick for years off the Fever. You know what I'm saying? It just, because I had a channel last year, I was able to put it out there in the public. But I've been trying to get rid of this shit. And shout out to CWB guy. He was in a live one day. And I was in his live and I was saying, man, me and you trying to get rid of Kelsey Mitchell out the state. Because he a Fever fan too. He was a Fever fan for a while too. So, like, me and him been here since the 2012 championship. So, you can't really tell us nothing about the old school days of the Indiana Fever. And so, the thing about, with Kelsey Mitchell, man, we've been trying to get her out of here, man. You know what I mean? And I felt like I knew she was going to resign because she was going to get her money. And I ain't against Kelsey getting her money. You know what I'm saying? This is one thing about Kelsey. Kelsey does her job. Her job is to score. She does her job. But she needs to do more in order to help the team win games. She needs to pass, and she needs to defend, which is two things she cannot do. And she don't really put effort into either one of them. That's the killer. Like, at least Cece is not a good defender, right? But Cece will put in the effort sometimes. You know what I mean? Cece will at least put in the effort. And when she puts in the effort, if she does it consistently, I think she'd be a pretty decent defender. But she just don't really put the effort in a lot. But Kelsey puts no effort in. And then she's undersized, so people are shooting over her like we see with Ari McDonald. Her little sister. Her little sister, Ari McDonald. So, it's just a lot of things. She's aging now. She's going to be in her 30s after this season. It's just one of those things where it's just like, man, it's time for her to go. Because there's so many guards. Like, the only reason why CeCe been stuck with Kelsey these last couple of years, her first 2 years in the league, is because she was already there. This isn't somebody that they purposefully paired CeCe up with. The girl was already there, so it wasn't like, they really had a choice. But when you look at, like I said, when you look at this situation, I think there's so many guards that can work well with CeCe, especially guards that don't demand the ball. I think that's a big thing. Guards that don't demand the ball. Meaning that even if their role is scoring like Kelsey's is, they know how to pass. Oh shit! I got hiccups, y'all. Let me take care of this real quick. That can pass and defend. Like I was like, man, I was wishing they had drafted Lucy Olsen or Serena Sundell because I think they would have complemented CeCe very well because they could do other things. And then I think if you get a guard who could play some type of decent defense in the backcourt, it's not gonna make CeCe look as bad either in the backcourt. So they really need a player like that, and I've been having my eye on Sabrina Ionescu because she's a free agent. I don't know if she want to leave New York. That's the problem. But I look at her. We'll see if the misses keep Lucy Olsen, and then we got Gianna Nikis in the draft. So you could go in those type of different directions. I know some people been talking about like Kennedy Carter, and I will be okay with Kennedy, but it's just like her bipolar issues is just like I don't know, man. Like she's too unpredictable. I don't see her getting in a fight with CeCe. I think the problem is she'll get in a fight with one of the other teammates like Sophie Cunningham or something. So we ain't got time for more locker room drama next season. We're trying to end that after this season. get rid of Stephanie White and stuff like that. And wrinkling these issues out of the team, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to do that. We need to move on from Kelsey Mitchell, man. This needs to be her last season here. And I know some people was like, man, let her choose since she is a free agent. But I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, bro, whoever is in charge, tell Kelsey we're going in a different direction. You need to sign somewhere else. We're going in a different direction. We got to get somebody in who fit better with Caitlin Clark, a younger guard preferably. You know, if we can't get Sabrina, we need to get a younger guard in here. Someone that really fits well with Caitlin, could be friends with her off the court where she ain't got to feel like she a op. You know what I mean? Because this situation right here, let's get back to this situation before we end the video. With what, to me, with what her sister said and what her mom said, the reason why I'm pinning this on Kelsey is because I know she's saying this shit to them at home, bro. I know she's saying this to them. She, like, a lot of this stuff be coming out because the players be saying they're just a mouthpiece for the way she really thinks about Caitlin. Like, I think Kelsey Mitchell really thinks she's better than Caitlin. It ain't just her family members saying that. I think she really thinks she's better than Caitlin. She was here first, so she feels like she's better. But we know that's the case because the girl was here for 6 years and could lead this team to the playoffs. You know what I mean? So, but that's the way she feels. I think she feels like she's better than Caitlin, man. You know, she's older, so that's another problem. I feel like she got to go. This the way she feels. She's an op. I feel like Stephanie White, Kelsey Mitchell, and Ari McDonald are in cahoots along with Natasha Howard. I think they're all in cahoots, just like DeWanna Bonner was. I think they're all in cahoots against CeCe. I think they've been trying to take over this team, bro. And that's the thing that kind of hurts with CeCe being out, is that they're allowed to do this. They can try to make a point that they're better without CeCe. I don't think so. You look at the playoffs, the playoff picture, man. The Fever might not even make the playoffs. Playoffs? We talking about playoffs? They're trying to win a game. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. It's a weird situation. But I've been knowing this about Kelsey Mitchell. I don't think she ever gonna. I don't think she hates Caitlin, bro. But I definitely think she's a hater. But when we say the word hater, we mean like she's more jealous. I think she's just more jealous of Caitlin because when Caitlin came in, she had all the hype. Kelsey Mitchell probably feel like I've been here for 6 years working my ass off and nobody salute me like that. And then she just gonna come in here and take this thing from us. From me, I mean. You know, I think that's how she feels. You know. But I don't think she hates Caitlin as a person, but I think that's how she feels. But who knows, though? Because these signs, like over the years of her not passing the white players, I mean, maybe it's a little bit of racism there with her, man. Ari McDonald, too. But that's why these girls got to go. All of these girls, like, the only players I'm keeping going into next year on this team is CeCe, AB, Sophie, Lexi, Timpson, maybe Dances, but I want to see what Chloe Bibby does. Because I would love to keep Chloe Bibby. But we got to see what Chloe Bibby does first if she even lasts the year. But look, I feel good about being right about Kelsey Mitchell, man. Because now you got a lot of the fan base turning on her. And there's still some people out there that's going to, ride it down for Kelsey because she's still on the team. But I can't wait for her to go, bro. I can't wait. Like I said, Kenny Carter would be better than her. I could live with Kennedy Carter, but the only thing I hate about Kennedy Carter is her attitude, bro, like off the court. I know she'll get in a locker room fight. I know she will. You know what I mean? But the way she plays, she ain't going to be a hindrance to CeCe. You know what I'm saying? Cause the way cause she plays like, to me, she plays like Lucy Olsen. Almost. Like she'll score, but she'll pass too though. Like, she'll pass. But she got a little bit of jealousy in her too, because I think she was jealous of Angel Reese last year. Like a lot of those other Chicago Sky players. Jealous of her and Mila Cardozo. That's how the old heads got to go, because they got a lot of hate in them. A lot of the old heads in the league, they got a lot of hate. That's why we trying to get rid of them. Naturally, they're going to be out of here in the next 5 years, but I'm trying to get rid of them a little earlier than that. You know what I'm saying? But give me your thoughts on this whole situation, man. We are going to do a Chloe Bibby video as well, so be on the lookout for that. Give this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching this one. After News to Light.